Hello and welcome to the Tarkus Zone. Thank you for joining me. Today we're playing the game Meet Your Maker, and we're going to be going in and looking at the board this morning. It's been a few hours. I did get a few more raiders yesterday than I had in previous days, which is good news. I've only got 4 outposts up right now, and over the last, it's been 11 hours. These are the only results that I've gotten. 8 here, 2 here, and then Brohard went in the master, and I'll do a video on that later today. But for the 4 bases that were up, these are the results that I have since the last time I checked, which was about 11 hours ago. But we, as a group, checked the board closer to 24 hours ago, and we can just look at some of the results. Now, let me just scroll down here. I believe I marked it with, I believe it was right here. Pine Island was what we had seen from yesterday. And then I had viewed these 2 because I was curious about what went on in these maps. But I got 17 out of this one kills, and then I got no. They didn't get the Genmat, and then this person did 20 and got it. This person was in Center View, which is a newer map for me that I created. It's a neat map. I enjoyed building it. It's like an underground map. I'll do a detailed video on that later. So that did some good killing for being a newer map. And then what we've got is Coldfield, which we have seen before, and it looks like the person went in just for the tombs. This person did an all F4 on Coldfield. 0 deaths, 0 Genmat was in there, 7. So I got no credit for that. Here's another all F4 from Coldfield. Didn't give me any credit for the run. Was there 20 minutes. Did the all F4 nonsense. Left the game. They got 0. I got 0 credit for deaths, and they did not get it. So there's 2 right there that they F4'd on me, and I got nothing for it. Okay, so then we've got, we got this one. This is Coldfield. Okay, so these guys are using the Alt F4 to get out, to give me no credit. And then we got one guy who did it in 1 death and got the Genmat. So that's what I just don't get really about the game, the silliness about the game. You've got people that are just not gamers, basically. They're just hosing me over the rewards by doing all F4. And then you've got people that can clearly do the map without any real issues. I mean, and so I've got another Coldfield here, 3 and gave up, 2 and gave up. This person, Coldfield again, was able to do it, and only 1 death, was able to do it and get the Genmat. Then I've got a social base here. And then I've got Pine Island, which is 2 deaths, and they got it. So this is really the board for today. So more and more of the all F4 nonsense where I don't get credit for any of the kills. People doing my content in 1 death because I've tried to dumb it down so that people will stay in. I'm trying to dumb it down so much so that people won't do the all F4 nonsense. But yet people are still doing it. Just leaving the map and giving me no credit whatsoever for the map. So that's really it, folks. I didn't get a lot of kills for the last 24 hours. It has not been much. It's not even close to what it used to be before the major patch last week. I mean, the major patch last week, I was getting easily, across all my maps, easily 100 unique raiders across all my maps, easily. Minimum. And now maybe I'm getting 30 across all my maps, and that's being, I think the 30 number is me being generous with that. It's not really looking good. Again, I checked these maps 11 hours ago, and this is what I got in 11 hours. 8 and 2, so I got 10 deaths in 11 hours, and that's almost half a day, right? And these 13 here are from yesterday, really, because Brohard hit master at I think it was 9 p.m. last night. It's just that I had two maps that went master, and I did a video on the Hurricane. It had gone mastered, and I wanted to wait for today to do my mastered video on Brohard. But they basically went master at the same time. So overall, I've only had 4 bases up, and I've gotten really no action on it. I guess with Coldfield there, you can see I got 5 attempts, but I've only got credit for 8 kills because of those Alt F4 nonsense. And that's the reality of that. And then Pine Island, it looks like my raid attempts, well, it didn't tell me I got an extra raid attempt, but it did tell me I got 2 kills, so I don't know why that's broken. It should be at least a +1 on that 17, right? So I don't know. And then Bayport is looking at, it's prestige 6, and it's only had 14 attempts. And then I've got the new one, Centerview. This is the new map, and it's only had 8 attempts, and it's prestige 2. All right, well, that's it, folks. This is, I don't know if it's good news, bad news. I mean, it was a little bit more activity, at least on the death side, with some of the people staying in longer, but more activity with the Alt F4 people. So for me, the game is, I'm just bleeding tokens. I can't keep the bases up if I continue having people not give me credit for my bases. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you for joining me. And this has been the Tarkus Zone.